Hi guys, good morning everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights with Miss JD. Here we are going to talk about your favorite stocks in the country, and of course, um, we are going to talk about the index to begin with. In the meantime, if this is your first time to watch my video, I'm inviting you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. And let's get started. It's almost an hour before the market opens, so we have to make sure we are prepared on the next possible movements of our stocks. Okay, so let's start with the index. The index had a very bearish move throughout the day yesterday, but it managed to recover and still end higher than the MA20. In fact, we're just sitting right at a possible support at the moment, so it's also there's a big chance that we will be able to recover from this. Hopefully today we could have a green sentiment towards the market today. I think the reason why most of our stocks ended red is because of the threat that the virus has mutated into there was a new strain of the coronavirus um, in the UK, but it's not actually the first time because ever since here in the Philippines, there were already several news that they said that the virus here is uh, different or it has already mutated to something else. So that has created somewhat of a panic, not just here in the Philippine market, but also in the U.S. Market because a lot of our stocks in the U.S. market have also declined. But good thing, yesterday we managed to increase our price and ended right above the MA20 line. So we will see if most of our stocks will manage to recover today. But definitely, we're still, I'd say, on a safe level for our index because we're still at the MA20 area. Okay, so hopefully we see a recovery right there. Now, let's take a look at the most trending stocks. This is how I would normally do it. I click all stocks and then sort the trades from top to bottom, and then we'll find out. Yesterday, um, here's what's interesting. Like half of the day, Dito has been very bullish, and then all of a sudden, towards the latter part of the day, people just took profit. So this is it. This is how on a 15-minute chart, this is how it is panning out at the moment. So 23, let's go back to the daily chart. So we'll see if we are going to sustain our movements above the 8 peso level. Most likely we are still going to see some fluctuations, probably some stabilization right there because we have already officially broken the 8 peso area. And I know we have also a resistance nearby. I was mentioning yesterday we had one over here, 864, around that 865 level, or 857. It's an area, guys, so there's another one there. So around that area, we'll see if it will continue to stabilize higher than the 8 peso level. So if that's the case, let's see how if we are going to go back. If you still would like to add more volume, given that we already broke the resistance here, then probably as near as you can to the 8 peso level. That's a much better picture. Um, I'm anticipating very erratic or highly volatile movements for Dito, especially because for traders, they could be taking profit, but for investors, there are still a lot of investors for this stock, so I don't think it is going to dip so much, even if our traders are already taking profit. So I strongly feel that 8 peso level will still sustain. Look at this, 17 million on foreign buying. So stabilization or consolidation can most likely be expected here around the 8 peso level. ACEN is looking really good, interesting, because this one somehow it became constricted and then we're starting to open up again. So chances are we might see some more movements going up as we go near the SRO date. And then, yeah, most likely, so this is my inference, during the X date, while people are already accumulating, during the X date, we might see some dips, um, because they will be taking profit, right? And the chances are from today until the January 8th X date, there will be more movements going up because a lot of people would like to take advantage of that highly discounted price. As our the offering is around 2 peso level. Yeah, if you're just going to click this, the disclosure is right in the news section of Investograms under ACEN. So the SRO price was around 2 pesos and 34, around 2 peso level. So if you are in a position with ACEN before January 8th, then you'll be able to avail that. So from this point up to the 8th of January, chances are we will have more buying sentiment there, pushing the price even higher. So if I'm going to say 6.82, anywhere between that to 734, could be a good buying area. Hopefully you have already a good base right here, so you won't really feel the big difference in your average price. But for those who are still interested in getting in, 682 would be a much better entry. Now for Mary Mart. Mary Mart, we're still holding around the MA20 line, provided, let's say, the biggest or your threshold here would be around 579, which is slightly lower than the MA20 line, but still a good area, because that is for me, that is still your support level, this one. So that is still a support, 579. If that holds, then you're good. You can even wait for a green candlestick to come out, something like this. You can wait for that to come out around this level just to confirm a bounce, because sometimes your support can also be broken. But if you feel strongly about the stock and you believe in the fundamentals, then the nearer you are to 579, the better. BDO. So this is interesting. We're slightly lower than the MA20 line, but the candlestick pattern that you have here is somehow similar to what we have in the index. So there could be a recovery that might be experienced for this stock. So when this candlestick appears somewhere at the support level, that could mean a start of a change in direction. So I'm anticipating 107. 107 area is our new support at the moment. I see this. You see that price hits this level, and then you have a recovery that happened as well. So we'll see today. But for those who are a long-term investor for this stock, this is a good area to probably add more volume. JFC also gave us another discount, but for me, I'm anticipating, I'm a little bit conservative for JFC. It could possibly drop up to this point, 188, and probably recover as well after reaching that level. We want to see a green candlestick coming out of this level over here. So just in case it continues to decline. But for me, this 188 level is already a good area. It is good area to start accumulating. 188, 187, because look at this. There's a support and a consolidation that happened here, and then validated by another support over here. So 187, 188 would be a good haggle for you guys. GTCAP, almost the same look as the BDO and JFC. So let's try to see if we can catch it at the 573 level. That is also a good area to accumulate. Well, again, this statement goes to our mid to long term investors. This is a support level if you can see it there, 169 to 170 level. So try to haggle for a few more cents, at least, right? But overall, you still have a big. Looking at the bigger picture, you have this a lot of potential still, right? And we're now almost 150% discount. So that is our support for GTCAP. What about Cebu Pacific? Cebu Pacific also declined. How much was this? I know I recommended this as well. If you're a Patreon member, you'd know that because I posted this a few weeks back. I said it's already time to consider Cebu Pacific. And let us say you entered right here. This is already a 15% gain for you in just 3 days. But now, of course, this is also a reaction to the news that we received yesterday about UK experiencing a new strain of the virus. So it's a worldwide effect. But I'm thinking, since we had a long week down here, that means people felt that this is already cheap at this level, and then they started buying again. So for me, 51.75. If the sentiment goes much higher than that today, then chances are we will see some more recoveries in the coming days. And you know, Pfizer, for instance, has already validated that even if there's a new strain in the virus, that is still covered by the vaccine. They could still be protected. So I think nothing to worry there. Um, Vaccination is ongoing to the different parts of the globe. I think Singapore was the first one to um, avail this in Asia. And hopefully we could be next, right? Right, so 5 or 51.73 to 51.75 would be a good area to start considering. Maybe just a test buy, because look at this. See that? It also dropped significantly, and we could be recovering anytime soon. MPI for me, I'd say stay on the sidelines for now for MPI because this was a solid drop lower than the MA20 line. So maybe right at this level, I'm thinking it could go back to the 4 peso area. Um, See this consolidation over here. So there's a big possibility that it'll continue going down for now. There could be a continuation. So 399. That's the next possible drop. This one too. What's interesting here is it created a lower high. See this? This was your previous point, and then when it dropped and recovered, it's now slightly lower. So be extra careful because we could be dropping some more as well for this drop. I'm sorry about the noise. Um, so we could be testing this level. This used to be a resistance. This used to be a support. Then when it drops, so we will be challenging this first before it recovers. Or next possible one would be, if that's the case, we could be, if this gets broken, then it could challenge this area as well. 116 level. See that? That's a support. So overall, I see another possible red day for ICT. So let's just catch it somewhere we'll have to observe, by the way. We'll have to observe the moment we go near 119 and 116. And don't take any action yet unless we see a confirmation. So that's my 2 cents for today for ICT. MBT, interesting. We had a green yesterday. Unlike the other banks, we had red. For MBT, we ended green. So this is a good sign. We can, wow, 94 million in foreign buying. We might see a continuation today for MBT, so that's a good one. Overall, this also looks promising in terms of setup. Look at that. It has dropped significantly and we're already starting to recover. These pullbacks are just healthy pullbacks because you have traders also in the picture and they're just taking profit at the same time. Interesting because yesterday, well, the rest of the world is on a red, this one is on a green. So just expect some continuation to the upside for MDT. Mac also ended red, starting to trigger the lower band. So not looking good. I'd be more conservative here, given that it's starting to trigger that lower band. Maybe if it drops some more around 595, that would be a good area to catch this stock. We might see some bounce happening right at that level. Also, this has dropped tremendously, and we could get it at a cheaper level. Let's take a look at now. Now also revisited some key levels. Now dropped, but managed to stay at the MA20 line. So that for me is, I think, somehow of a good sign because with this, chances are we could end with a green candlestick today. It's a bounce because MA20, I feel MA20 is one of the strongest moving average. Um, if you're into mid, if you have a perspective of trading it, a swing trader to a mid-term investor. Okay, so probably if you want to stay in a stock for 2 to 3 months around that time. So this could be a bounce area for us. Tech, tech dropped. Okay, we're also in a position for tech. So I'm anticipating if it drops some more, I'm thinking 636, it will just go back to my average area around that level, then I can probably add more volume. So still at a healthy level for this stock. In even if it dropped here, there's 2.2 million in foreign buying, and you also have a resistance right here and a support in this level. So a big possibility that it will just recover really quickly. The good thing that the drop is um, noticeable, 6.94. Normally when it does that, then you will right away see some inverse reaction, something to this effect, like significant drop, then you have a recovery the next day. So we're hoping to see that. Hopefully it will give us a wick and touch this and then recover right away, same day. Just a wick touching the support and then bounce. MRC. Let's see if it is still going to close this gap that we created here. It did a gap up. There. Created a gap after it got suspended. So I'm just thinking there's a possibility that it could revisit the 0.54, which is your MA20 line. And if it does, and you want to add more volume, I think that's a much better area. That's a better area to add more. This SMPH, looking interesting here. There's a chance that we will have a continuation, but just take note, there's a resistance nearby, which is around the 40 peso level, 39.55 to 40. That's the nearest resistance. So you'll recall if you are already in this, you have a good base. Consider monitoring the 39.55 to 40 level, because in case we see some difficulties breaking that, then I highly recommend you lock in some profit, like a portion of your position, because look at that. This is already a big climb from its lowest point. Let's say You enter right here. That's already a 40% increase from the drop before. Okay, so consider locking in some profit if you see a red candlestick ending right at the resistance area. Something like this. That's a red, then decline happened. Okay, so I think that is it for this episode. I just want to make sure that we are able to review some of these trending stocks or highly traded stocks from yesterday in preparation for the action at 9:30 in the morning Philippine time. Okay, so if you like this content, guys, don't hesitate to hit the like. I hope that you'll be able to do that. It'll help our channel really for YouTube to discover our channel and start promoting it to more people. So if you don't mind clicking the like, I would really appreciate that. Also, if you'd like to trade the U.S. market, I am in eToro. The referral link is down below. Um, uh, I also created a video out of it, and there are a lot of videos about eToro, very user friendly site. And I also have a small group. I have a Patreon account, so if you want to join our small community, you can hit the link down below and check that out as well. I do a lot of research and post them there. I give also yesterday I gave I shared three ebooks on swing trading, and that's just for free. The other month I gave out another ebook on Darva's box. So I like to research. I love reading stuff online, and then I share my thoughts there as well, especially the promising setups for these stocks. So I do recommend stocks there. Okay, so that is it for today, guys. Thank you for your time and good luck in your trades today. Bye bye for now.